All right, I'm going to talk about some stats of the plays and musicals that I have been to this year, 2026. It is currently March 3rd, and I have been to 21 shows so far this year. And I'm going to hopefully do a couple different videos about different stats. Today's stat is about ticket prices, or I guess today's stats are about. I'm talking about ticket prices. This is probably for me what was my most inaccurate assumption. I This is why it's taken me so long to get into going to see live shows, even though I've always been interested in it, because the shows that I went to when I was in college were expensive shows. So I just thought all shows were expensive, and I didn't really look into it. Um, they're not all expensive. So if that's something that you think, like I thought, let me give you some actual facts here. Okay, so 21 shows. The cheapest was $0. Three of them were free. They all took donations, and I did give donations in all of those, but I was not required to. I was not pressured to. There's just a donation bin that you walked by. There was nobody walking around with a bowl asking you to give anything. So three of those right off the bat were $0. Two of them, which were the same venue and the same group, were what they call pay what it's worth. So they do ask you to pay something, but you decide how much that is. The other one was just listed as free, but donations accepted. So three of them were free. And by the way, all of these prices are going to be exactly what came out of my account. So including tax, including fees, to the cent. Okay? A lot of them just happen to be flat because the taxes and fees are built into the price of a lot of them, but not all of them. So, three free. Two of them were $5. One was $10. One was $10.86. One was $13. One was $13.50. And one was $15. So that's 10 shows that were $15 or less. Moving on, we've got two that were $18 each. One that was $20.09. One that was $21.09. Sorry, $21.90. So we had $20.09 and then $21.09. I messed that up both times. $20.09, then $21.90. Why was that so difficult for me? Sorry. Next up, we have $23, $23.12, $23.95, $24, $25, and $36. Those are 20 out of the 21 shows. If you don't include my most expensive ticket, the total for those 20 shows was $305.42, which averages out to $15.27 per show. So pretty affordable. I did go to a very expensive show. Oh, and by the way, one of these, the $36 one, that was a deal. So the shows for that ticket were like $90 and above, but I got a promo deal to get the ticket for $30 plus fees, and then that ended up being $36. So keep an eye out for deals if you're interested in this. But the expensive show I went to was $131.70, which makes my total for the first 21 shows $437.12. But still, even with a $130 ticket thrown in there, the average ticket for the 21 shows that I've been to is only $20.08. So without that ticket, it's about $15. With it, it's still less than $21. This weekend, I'm going to 3 local school shows, 2 high schools and 1 junior high. So that'll bring my average down a little bit, but I'm not trying to say that none of them are expensive. But this is, like I said, one of my biggest misconceptions is that I thought that like any kind of theater, live theater, was going to be very expensive, and that's just not true. And a lot of these are comparable, if not cheaper, than going to see a movie. And that's just something that I wish I had known sooner, so I'm just trying to put it out there. So that is my update on ticket prices for my first 21 shows.